PR is not just an option, it actually is an obligation. The 3 O's. I'm sure we could come up with a better title for a framework, but that's what we're running with today. It's short, it's catchy. You'll understand it when we talk through each of the 3 O's today on Maybe Pod. These 3 O's form the bedrock of great PR and should be what you know, utilize, and understand in order to perform great public relations. Hi, I'm Katie Clift. If you haven't yet met, I am the CEO and founder of Maybe Agency, an international public relations agency working with international organizations and nonprofits around the world. I've worked in public relations for over 20 years, if you can believe it. And we're so happy to have you here on Maybe Pod. This is our Open PR Playbook, your countercultural Open PR Playbook that we open once a week. And we share with you the insider PR tips and tricks of everything international PR that we've garnered over those 20 years of experience. All to make your life easier, to help you understand and use PR most effectively. And today, as I said, the bedrock of all PR. So this really should be one of those foundational episodes and foundational points that you use when you're approaching public relations at all. What makes the bedrock of great public relations? Well, as I said at the top, it's the 3 O's. The 3 O's help you understand why PR is necessary, understand the potential of public relations to help your organization and you to achieve your goals with the media and target stakeholders, and its ability to help you control the narrative about your organization in the public. The road to great PR starts with this bedrock and this foundation of the 3 O's. So what are these triple O's? We have obligation, opportunity, and ownership. And let's talk through these one by one. The first of the 3 O's starts with obligation, the fact that your organization and you as a spokesperson have an obligation to communicate with the public through media channels. Audiences all over the world want to hear from the organizations that they're engaged with on a range of topics. Increasingly, they want more and more commentary on what you're doing in the world and why you're doing it, what your organization is about, what your vision and mission are. There's also an increase of accountability that's coming from publics and target stakeholders back to organizations, which reinforces your obligation to communicate through the media what your organization is about, how you're engaging, and how you're showing up in the world. This accountability is really being driven by the public. So people want to know that the organizations that they're dealing with and engaging with are trustworthy, that they have credibility, that they should be giving or donating to, and they should be engaging with them. And one way you can assure that is your obligation to communicate via the media and to utilize public relations. And public relations, I consider, really is the way that you can fulfill this obligation to your key stakeholders, communicating with them clearly across a variety of different platforms. And it's really key when you start to understand that PR is not just an option, but actually is an obligation. You will start to see public relations differently. You'll utilize it differently within your organization and as a spokesperson. And you'll approach your public relations with the understanding that actually you have a responsibility to communicate clearly to your target audiences. And it's a very serious responsibility. You are obliged to connect to the public via media, to share the story of your organization, to call for funding, to advocate, to communicate your key messages, and to reach your key audiences. So let's remember, PR is not an option. Let's shift our mindset. It's an obligation, but a good one. That's the first of the 3 O's. The second is opportunity. I love this because it's broad and it really underpins what I believe good, great, phenomenal PR to be. PR is your opportunity. It's an opportunity to expand the profile and the messaging of your organization with a variety of key audiences. Harnessing public relations is harnessing the opportunity to very strategically reach your key audiences through a range of different platforms. And we really need to look at it through this lens. PR is not scary. You shouldn't be afraid of media interviews. You should be empowered and see it as your opportunity to share about your organization and to get your key messages across. It's a great opportunity to write the narrative about your organization and to have that communicated to your audiences in the way that you want it communicated. This helps them to engage with you, to get even more involved in your organization and what you do. When we shift to seeing PR as an opportunity, it opens up endless doors to what you can achieve when you're utilizing public relations and through a variety of different tools. So press releases, feature articles, media interviews, blogs, opinion editorials, and more. You can use a variety of different tools to reach a very broad variety of people. And I love this because, as I said, it's about changing your mindset, switching up your thinking, seeing PR as not just an add-on, but a significant opportunity for you to harness. And I want to encourage you to seize the opportunity that you have to proactively engage with your target audiences and see great results. It's a grand opportunity to set the narrative of your organization, set the tone, and communicate what you want to communicate. So it brings us to the third and final O in our 3O framework, which is ownership. This is my absolute favorite. And again, it's something I tell my clients all the time, is utilizing public relations gives you the ownership over the narrative about your organization in the media and with your target publics. You can harness it to own the messaging, to own the reputation, to own how you're viewed across a range of different media with the public. This is all about being proactive and not being afraid. It's really taking ownership of what you want your publics, your audiences to know about your organization and your story before anyone else gets a chance to write that story for you. The media, or even other organizations that may comment on your organization. Stepping out and owning it first and driving your key messages forward first before anyone else gets to gives you the step ahead, the front foot. It means you own the public relations, you own the narrative, and you own the story. And the great bedrock of PR is owning your own messaging. Owning your own messaging also enhances the overall brand reputation for your organization, your credibility in the eyes of the public as well. And the best part about this is that audiences know they're going to come to you, your organization, to get the latest, most accurate information. They're not going to find it from another media source or someone they don't trust. So you've got to be forward facing and owning your narrative. If we flip this, if we don't own the narrative around our organization, we've lost control of that narrative about our organization out in the media. And the last thing we want to do is lose control. You want to be proactive through the use of great PR to share the messages that you want your audiences to know, to understand, and to carry about your organization. That's why I love the 3O framework, the bedrock of great public relations: obligation, opportunity, and ownership. These, as I said, are really the foundations of understanding why we use public relations and why we should be proactive. Think about the 3O framework the next time you have a strategy meeting, a leadership meeting, when you're trying to communicate to teams the importance and the strategy around using public relations. It's a really great way to get people to understand the function of public relations and why you as an organization should invest in public relations. The 3 O's, another simple framework which I hope you enjoy. It's what we do here on Maybe Pod. We give you the insider PR, all the tips and tricks you need to know, everything that will help you understand and use public relations effectively. We love it here on Maybe Pod. Love that you've tuned in. Thank you for spending the time with us. If you haven't yet, hit like, follow, subscribe, share wherever you get your podcasts to stay tuned and make sure that you are here with us every week for more great insider PR tips. And you'll want to tune in for next week. We're going to be chatting media interviews, how to handle one if you've landed a media interview. If you've never done one before or you want to brush up on your media skills, next week's episode is for you. I'm Katie Clift. It's been a pleasure to spend time with you today. Thanks for tuning in to Maybe Pod. See you soon.